Tonight, another lawsuit is going after the beloved Salt River wild horses. Environmental groups behind the litigation claim that the horses are damaging the land and forcing other animals out. But the group that cares for them says that is far from the truth. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with both sides about the situation and tells us what the future could look like for the horses. Chase?
Kribe, those behind the lawsuit want to make it absolutely clear they're not trying to get rid of the horses by the river, but they do believe the population has to be reduced significantly. It's a busy Memorial Day at the Salt River. But it's not just cooling off in the water that brings people here.
I think a lot of people like watching the horses.
The Salt River horses.
Always expect to see the horses.
You're likely to see them because there are between 300 to 400 of them near the river. And to certain environmental groups, that's a problem.
It's an area that's not going to sustain more than a few horses.
Robin Silver, the co-founder of the Center for Biological Diversity, along with other groups, filed this lawsuit against the U.S. Forest Service, claiming it has failed to come up with a science-based method to reduce the horse population, saying it's led to areas of the land being decimated by the horses and forcing other animals in the area to leave because of it.
They're needing to be artificially fed because there's not enough forage in the area.
He believes if the horse management group didn't feed the horses,
we would have mass starvation.
Silver made it clear.
Nobody's trying to get rid of all of the horses.
But did say the 400 horse population needs to come down to less than 100.
The state needs to come up with a science-based management plan, one that won't continue perpetuating destruction.
Simona Netherlands, president of the Salt River Wild Horse Management Group, disagrees.
You can clearly see on the green hills out here that this is not a decimated environment.
She believes the claims in the lawsuit are over-exaggerated, that the horses actually help preserve the land. Netherlands also says her organization's population control methods are working, going from about 100 foals a year to about 2.
It actually lowers the population without ever removing one horse. And that's the humane way to do it.
Believing that getting rid of any one of these horses isn't going to help anyone or anything.
They're really Arizona's treasure, so they shouldn't be treated like trash.
Chase, this is such an emotional issue for so many people, and this is actually the second lawsuit that was filed against the Forest Service. The last one was dismissed. So how do we know that this one won't get thrown out?
Well, Mark, I talked to Silver about that, and he tells me the reason why the last lawsuit was thrown out is because of the intergovernmental agreement at the center of this was expiring. So the judge decided, well, if there's no agreement, then there's no lawsuit. But Silver says that agreement was recently re-signed, so they are moving forward with litigation. As for how all this is going to end, we'll have to wait and see what happens in court. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thanks. Still ahead.